Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here in San Antonio at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention. Here's one of our favorites, the head coach of the Arlington Bowie Volunteers, Coach Joseph Sam. Coach, it's good to see you.
Hey, it's great to be back face-to-face and
Right.
not virtual.
I know.
I could say that.
Like, I've been talking with coaches all day, and that seems to be the vibe around here. The vibe is just like, man, it's just good to see you. Like, people have come up to me and said it's good to see you. You know how rare that is?
I'm pretty sure that's not rare. You did win the award a couple years back, so you're officially big time.
Yeah, but who won it this year?
Step.
So he's
took the mantle.
He's taking the mantle. He's the big boss around here. All right, let's talk a little bit about last year. First year there at Bowie. I want to know about this job and about maybe what you know about this job now that maybe you didn't when you took it.
I would say the biggest thing that I know about the job is that it's a lot like my previous job at Hightower. Great kids, great community. They have tradition with Kenny Perry. Well, it started with Anthony Chris. Then you got Kenny Perry. Then Danny DeArmond before I was able to take over. So it's not you rebuilding it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same situation as Hightower where I had to rebuild it. It was more take what these guys have already instilled and just put my own spin on it.
Yeah. So you're not looking at this as a this is not a rebuild. This is not something. This is simply something that we're gonna take the foundation that's already here and I'm gonna put my stamp on it.
Yeah, it's somewhat of a rebuild. It's somewhat of that. The reason why I say it's a rebuild because they graduated a super large senior class last year. So we'll be young, but we're talented, and the kids are used to winning. So with that combination, it's really okay. Now you need to just see how I do stuff because the foundation's there. You're just rebuilding from a personnel standpoint.
Yeah. Do you have a feeling quite yet when you take a look at your 2021 team? Do you have a feeling quite yet on where you think they're going to hang their hat, what this team is going to be about going into 2021?
I think we'll be really good at running the football.
Yeah.
And we have a quarterback that's really smart and can make he's picking up on the offense like it's nothing. So it's just a matter of time for us to get the passing game together. And then defensively, we're going to be really, really athletic.
Yeah.
And that's a great problem to have. We're young, but we're super athletic.
Well, and it strikes me that when you're in Arlington ISD, you're going to have dudes. Like, the dudes ain't going to be a problem. You know what I mean? And that kind of, to draw another parallel to your previous job at Hightower, same situation, right? Where they're dudes out there. It's just a matter of kind of pointing them in the right direction and getting them to all pull the rope in the same direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same formula. Even when I was assistant, you get the kids to work hard, give 100% effort, do everything with a positive attitude because bad things are going to happen. And then you want to I always like to focus on mental toughness rather than get them physically tough because if you're physically tough, everybody that's physically tough ain't mentally tough. Yeah. So
I want to ask you about, 2020 was obviously really difficult for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It stinks. The official stance of Dave Campbell's Texas Football is that 2020 was bad. But, now that you're – hopefully we're on the back end of this thing.
Yeah.
When you're around your guys, do you sense, like, a relief of, like, we can just get back to playing football?
Oh, once – I'll say once that mask mandate was lifted, it was like a burden left over. Because, as a coach, you get so fired up and coaching into it, there'll be times where you literally will forget, oh, crap, I got to even keep my own mask up. So I know a couple times I did get called into the office for that reason. But at the same time, you did what you had to do to get through the year. And knowing that, everybody took COVID seriously, it's just one of those deals where it's just like, shoot, we got to make sure we get this thing right so we don't screw it up.
I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot.
Okay. All right.
Give me a name from your volunteers that we're going to be talking about at the end of the year that maybe people don't know the name right now, but we're going to be talking, saying this kid could be a star.
I can give you two.
Okay.
Our quarterback, D'Angelo Ponder.
Okay.
Nobody knows about him because he got hurt he played on varsity as a sophomore. His brother was a starting quarterback. He played safety until he broke his leg, so a lot of people don't know. He's one. And then the other one would be I really should say two of them, our two corners, and Baquan Buggs and Tyson Johnson. Both of them are senior corners, that are natural leaders, and they've kind of been those guys that are just kind of been there every day working hard. Now, there's more kids I can name, but those are 3 easy right off the bat.
Now I have an important question, which is, did you submit your quarterback's name for the questionnaire for the magazine? Is he listed in the magazine?
He is in the magazine.
Okay, because there are some coaches who are like, he's my little secret, and it's like I'm not gonna let him know. I appreciate your honesty and candor in Dave Campbell's Texas football. Finally, I want to ask you about being up in DFW. Like when you and I met, and you were an assistant there at Mansfield Legacy,
yes, sir,
and stuff like that. We were talking about jobs and things like that. You go down, you get a job at Hightower, now back in DFW. Does this feel like home now, being back DFW?
It does.
Yeah.
I grew up in Lancaster, Texas, which is literally 15 minutes. I literally stay 20 minutes from my parents. So, and 45 minutes from my in-laws. So it's, everybody's excited that I'm back home. I'm excited. It was more of a family move than anything else because I really didn't want to leave Hightower.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to make some decisions that you don't want to make, but you have to make. Yeah. And, being close to family with me and my wife trying to start a family of our own, it was kind of one of those deals where we want to go back, but it has to be the right situation, and we felt like Bowie was that situation.
Was Mrs. Sam's happy to be home?
Mrs. Sam is ecstatic.
Yeah.
She's probably gone more than I am right now.
Joe Sam, the head coach at the Arlington Bowie Volunteers. Coach, appreciate your time, man.
All right, now have a good one. Have a blessed one.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out TexasFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.